Cleanliness in retail establishments and in public buildings is a highly important aspect of successful business operations. And every industry, every company has their own unique requirements. For example, a grocery store would have much different regulations and requirements than would a public office building like this. A grocery store deals with food and has to comply with a lot of state and federal regulations. Regulations that would pass over to the maintenance company working that store, which is why the selection of such a company is so critically important. All of which brought to our attention the services of a unique Dallas-based company known as SSI Rhino. Specifically, SSI is Superior Sanitation, Inc., which provides maintenance and floor care services for grocery stores, restaurants, and the like, and Rhino Environmental, which provides consulting, chemical, and auditing services for companies in the food service industry. To learn more about this company, we visited with the company's president. His name is Bo Johnson.
SSI originally started focusing on the grocery industry, which primarily involves taking care of the floors on a nightly basis. We've branched out since then to do gym floors, schools. With that, and then the service levels will vary, but with that we will send people in on a weekly, nightly, whatever basis the customer desires, and actually take care of the facility for them to the specifications we agree upon. Within the grocery industry, most of this is done on a nightly basis. We would have individuals that would show up at midnight once the store is closed. They would clean and sweep the entire area, run an automatic scrubber, buff the floors to bring a shine back up, and then lay finish and do any detail work necessary given the traffic patterns of the store. This is really where it all happens. First have to get accounts. Once you do that, then you have to have the manpower and infrastructure to make sure that you're taken care of. We pride ourselves on having our own mechanics in-house at all of our warehouses. We start accounts with new equipment, and we keep that equipment well maintained to make sure that we're getting the job done we say we will. Right now you can see a full pallet here and 3 partial pallets. We'd order a truckload into this warehouse location about every 2 to 3 weeks. We also, part of the quality control that we employ is we have nightly supervision. We'll have a night supervisor that'll cover 10 to 15 stores. He'll be responsible for checking in with these individuals, making sure they show up, also checking back with them and following up to make sure that they're doing the actual work they want to do. In addition to this, we have daily supervision. Our daily supervisors actually go around and talk to the store directors during the day. You kind of have 2 aspects of floor care, and that is you have the performance side of it and then you have the communication side. We feel most of our competitors fall short in one of these 2 areas, and we try to hit both of them. You have to have strong, trained people at night and nightly supervision to make sure they're actually doing the job that they're supposed to be doing. However, it's also important that our day personnel communicate with the store director to make sure that we're doing the services that they want us to do. And this would be either a property manager or store director, whatever decision-making person would be for that specific location.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting. I didn't know you could actually run a buffer of propane gas. Is this a stronger machine?
Yes, these operate on liquid propane, typically used at night when customers aren't out in the store. They do a great job of popping a shine to the floor because they have such high head pressure and spin at such a high RPM.
And I would assume that machines like this, they're not cheap, are they?
No, they're not. A machine like this would cost about $2,000. Some of the automatic scrubbers can cost up to $7,000.
You know, there are a lot of people that offer janitorial services like your company does. What do you think it is that makes you unique, sets you apart?
We're different mainly because we're big enough to compete but small enough to be flexible. Most of our industry is either comprised of what we would call mom and pop type operations that clean a couple of locations in and around their area, or huge $200–300 million operations. With our geographic distribution and our infrastructure we have in place, we feel like we do have the ability to go out and customize a program, serve them at a large-scale level as far as being competitive price-wise, but also give them the personalized service they would expect from a local mom-and-pop type operation. Behind us we have both automatic scrubbers, which are basically large mopping machines. They'll put down neutral cleaner, scrub the floor, and then have a squeegee behind it to pick that up. Those are designed to actually clean the floor. Also over here we have electric battery-powered burnishers. Those actually spin at a high RPM and put a shine onto the wax floor after it's been cleaned properly.
In addition to SSI, you also are the president of Rhino Environmental. Tell me a little bit about that company.
Rhino Environmental was set up to service the needs of grocery stores in regards to food safety. What we do is we provide them with the cleaning chemicals and supplies that they would need, along with the training and food safety auditing from a third-party company. The way this process works, throughout their food delivery cycle, they're taking in food, they're preparing it, they're maintaining it, they're hot holding, and they're serving it to the customer, whether it's a ready-to-eat food or whether it's in the form of just frozen goods. Our auditors go in on a monthly to a quarterly basis, depending on the needs of the customer, and actually go through an audit that we have agreed upon with our customer. An audit would be not unlike what the health department would come in and audit, similar to a food safety inspection or a health report. Health departments come into restaurants, grocery stores at varying times and perform these inspections to make sure that whatever entity it is providing safe food to the public. With our customers, most of these don't have the internal staff to do this themselves. However, they do have to purchase these chemicals from a supplier. We go in and provide them with the chemicals, but then we also come in and perform the audit or the inspection that provides them with feedback internally so that they know where they are possibly failing in providing safe food. Right now we're primarily in the grocery industry. We have about 200 different locations that we serve. Those vary in frequency from monthly to quarterly. We're also just now getting into hospitals, schools, because they basically have the same food service problems and needs that grocery stores would have in providing safe food to the public. We are definitely interested in moving forward and growing that segment of our business.
How important is customer satisfaction to you and to this company?
It's very important. Given the fact that we're competing against very large companies, we have to be very customer driven. Our customers are always right. We want to do whatever it is we can to take care of our customers. We do make mistakes, however we always make our mistakes right. We don't feel our competition necessarily always addresses the needs of their customers. Everyone does an initial sales role, however it's the customer service you provide after you have the account that really sets you apart from everybody else. We're very excited about the technology we've put into place, and we're very excited about the quality people that we've been able to put in place to this point. Given our infrastructure, our knowledge, and the technology and people we have, we feel that we're really going places.
The story of SSI Rhino, providing elite products and service solutions for the janitorial, floor care, and food service industries for clients from Texas to Florida. I'm Doug Llewellyn reporting from Dallas.